Well, welcome everybody. We are here at Holiday Inn Express in Berea, Kentucky at exit 77, and we are going to get to take a private tour today. So join us as we go inside and see Ahmad Reynolds for the tour. So we are entering Holiday Inn Express in Berea. This is the desk where people can check in. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ahmad is going to be in here, and he's going to be giving us a tour.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Ahmad, how are you doing?
Good morning, good morning. My name is Ahmad Reynolds. I'm the general manager here at the Holiday Inn Express here in Berea, Kentucky. And glad to call Berea my home. So welcome to our hotel. Just want to kind of start off. This is my favorite space. It's our breakfast room. Right now we're not doing our full buffet, but due to COVID, we are doing a grab bag selection every morning. We bag them up for everybody and all of our guests. Everybody's really appreciative that we do have something, but we are looking forward to getting back to normal because this is our favorite time of the day that we get to sit down and meet and greet with our customers at breakfast time. So hopefully we'll be having this opened up again, and you see we have our chafing dishes. That's where we have all of our hot items when we serve. Everybody's anxious for the cinnamon rolls to return. That's the most popular thing everybody comes back for. So when you come to see us, we'll do everything to feed you and make you have a good start to your day.
Holiday Inn Express is known for their breakfast. That's one of the things when we've traveled in the past. My husband loves to stop at Holiday Inn Express simply because of the breakfast.
Yes, that is it. It adds up. You think about if you have families that come in, feeding your whole family at the buffet, that saves you $20-30 right there.
Oh, easily. And
so it's a great amenity that we have. And again, we're just anxious to get back to serving a full breakfast here. So.
And convenient, because if you're out traveling, you don't want to have to stop and take the time to go eat breakfast somewhere.
Correct.
That eats into the time that you could be seeing the area.
Yep, correct.
So
that is it. Yes, indeed. But we do like to reference, send folks to other restaurants. Dinner Bell, always send people there for breakfast. That's one of my favorite spots for breakfast. Of course, you have your Cracker Barrel, those type of places. But we try to send everybody local as much as we can.
So Ahmad, you're going to get to take us on a tour here today, correct? And we're going to see some rooms and some of the amenities that are here at the hotel?
Yes, yep. And
awesome.
As we go along, we'll just talk a little bit about Holiday Inn Express. Again, it's a national brand. And everything they do is they want to make sure every Holiday Inn Express you go to, you have the same experience. So we're all trained the same way. Our cleaning process is the same. During this COVID time, people would always call us, like, hey, what are you doing different? And we said, well, we're doing the same thing we've always done. We use sanitizing and disinfecting chemicals in all of our rooms. We hit all the high-touch areas. We strip and all the beds every day and clean everything, for our guests because we want it to be hygienically clean. Not just
just look clean.
Just not look clean. Yeah, we want it to be hygienically clean. So if you don't have to take my word for it, just go on to our website. You can go on to Facebook. IG.com. Look at our reviews. Look at what everybody's saying about us, and that everybody is pleased with our property and great staff. We just have a wonderful staff.
So speaking of that, since we are on Facebook and people can watch this from all over the place, tell people where you're located, what the address is here, what the phone number is, and then how to reach you via website if they want to book a room.
Sure. So our website is www.hiexpress.com/Berea KY. So that will take you straight to our page. We're located right off of I-75, exit 76 at 219 Paint Lick Road.
I'm glad you corrected me.
Berea.
I said exit 77,
yes,
and I knew it was 76.
Yeah, Paint Lick Road. Be careful with your GPS because you might end up in Paint Lick. So if it tells you you have several miles when you get off the exit, ignore it. We're right here, about 500 yards right off the exit here. So
literally, the parking lot overlooks the interstate, so it's very convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. So
we're excited. Well, for those of you that are watching from wherever location you might be at this morning, also make sure to ask questions. If you have any questions for Ahmad, he can answer. And if you're watching this at a later point after the live video ends, make sure you comment below, and we can also reply to those and ask questions as well. And also for our audience watching, I want them to know we have a special treat today. We were visited by some world traveling bloggers And they are actually here with us today, and it's Joanie and Jenni B, and you can find them on Facebook, and they are actually in the background here today, and they are watching us get to shoot a Facebook Live. So it's pretty cool, so follow them as well. So Ahmad, go ahead and lead us on the way.
Sure. So again, we'll greet you here. If you can kind of see now, this is kind of our setup for social distancing. The brand has taken on the responsibility, and we're following their guidelines as well as the state guidelines for recommendation. Everybody's masked up. I'll have mine on just so everybody can hear me and see me talk this morning. But all of our staff are wearing masks and gloves throughout the property. We always keep hand sanitizer at the front desk for when you check in. And they have an IHG, they have what they call the IHG claim promise. So they're letting everybody know when you get here, that's our commitment, to cleanliness, that if there's anything wrong with your room, we'll make it right. And that's what we strive to do. So coming this way here, this is kind of one of our display tables. We also missed that I do post events whenever there's something going on in town. So if anybody in town has any events going on, you have any flyers, brochures you want to give out, we welcome those. Just come by, drop those off to us. A lot of times we post them on our wall, in our elevator. We use this location here, so we have our bucket list challenge here. We have our Berea maps, and this has been a real good one. I like this one, the Berea Trail. So that one shows all the different antique shops as well. And here is an example of some of the awards that we've had. So for the past 3 years, we've won the Quality Assurance Award. And basically that means we are in the top 10% of almost 2,000 Holiday Inn Expresses around the world.
Top 10% in the world.
Correct. Yes.
That is that's
yes.
exciting.
Yeah, and it's all based on what the customers say about us. We do get expected, but they go solely by guest reviews and guest surveys when they score us and they give us a score. So we've done really well with that. Excellent staff have been taking care of it. This year things were a little different. What they gauged this year, they just gauged room cleanliness. That's the only score that they looked at for our hotel, and for all the hotels, because breakfast isn't the same, so those scores were kind of low. But they called it the True Hospitality Award for last year, 2020. And basically that was any hotel that had a percentage of 95 and higher in those scores, and maintaining cleanliness and safety standards. So we're really proud of our staff for, during this tough year of sticking it out, continue to work and be diligent and continue to make this a great hotel.
Well, that's something to be proud of. Congratulations, Ahmad. That's awesome.
Thank you. Here we have our meeting room. I named it the Artisan Room because my hope is that artists at some point will be able to come down here and demonstrate their crafts to the guests as they're here. Right now we kind of have it set up socially distanced. Normal capacity is about 24. We can do maybe 22, 24 classroom style. We've done board meetings of about 16 people. Right now the capacity is normally 24. With the distancing it's about 6. So we just wanted to open up and have some extra space since we don't have the regular dining for people to just lounge around here at the hotel. So follow me this way.
Well, Ahmad, we had a comment already.
Oh, really?
Jennifer from Mississippi says, we stayed there during the Geo Tour weekend. The rooms were very nice and the staff was very friendly. Really enjoyed our stay.
Oh, wow. Thank you. We love our geocachers. We have sponsored geocaching in the past. We look forward to continuing that this upcoming year because I really believe we have a lot of guests that come through here that would appreciate that, as a activity to do. So thank you. Hello to Mississippi. Look forward to having you back.
And for those of you that aren't familiar with geocaching, it's just a high-tech scavenger hunt. So you can Google it and look it up, but it's a free app you can download on your phone, and you can find things all over Berea. Yeah, so Ahmad, where are we at now? We're right in the hallway.
We're in our main corridor. We have our first amenity is going to be our fitness center. So it is 24-hour accessibility. We have, right now, again, we're doing some social distancing. So we had to remove some of our equipment, but we always have a common bike, a treadmill, and a elliptical on hand. Some of the things that aren't in here right now are some mats, exercise equipment, balls, resistance bands, those types of things. So we're, again, hopefully get to a point where we can bring all those things back in for everybody. So you can get a good workout in before you hike Berea.
Or if you've ate too much of our wonderful food and great fudge and things like that, and then come back and need to work it off before you go to bed.
So first room I'm going to show you is our king jacuzzi suite. So this is one of our nicer rooms. I really like it. It's a nice, spacious room. If you are a Spire Elite, that is our top tier level for Holiday Inn Express IHG Rewards Club members. We love you guys. So when you come, if we have an opportunity, we always upgrade you to this room type.
Ooh, so how do you become an rewards member?
So you can enroll online, ihg.com rewards club, or you can sign up when you stay here with us. Basically, you earn points for your stays, and you can use those points towards free nights. You can use them towards gift cards, a whole slew of things you can use those for. So yeah, come on in here.
Oh wow, this is a spacious suite.
Yeah, so it has a kitchenette area and dining room area, separate sitting area. So this is also a pull-out couch.
Oh, so that makes a bed too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that makes a bed. It has TV on this side, TV on that side. For those of you who don't know, this location, long time ago, used to be Mountain View Hotel.
Mountain View Hotel.
I think, yeah, Mountain View Motel. And basically they stripped it down and they built this up on top of it several years ago. So that's for your Berea folks that have been around a long time. You may remember that.
So if anybody watching, please comment. Tell us a little bit about that. If you remember that location being here, that would be interesting to hear about. So this is quite a spacious room. And that you said that was a king-size bed.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's a desk area for people to work.
And all of our rooms, we have microwave, refrigerators in all the rooms. But again, our jacuzzi suite, it has the wet bar and this area here for entertaining. And I just want to peek in one of our restrooms here as well. Let's step in. Oh, here's a new feature. Holiday Inn Express launched a new amenities program. So in the bathrooms, they're doing the shower gels, conditioner, and shampoo. And it's a lot of guests really like it. We still, put bar soap and conditioner in the rooms, but everybody really likes that. It's really accessible and easy to use. And it's a really great product. So I've already had people asking me how to buy it.
Oh, Holiday Inn's going to start their new body lotion line and body care line.
Correct. Yeah.
And I hear the vending machines.
So we have those every floor. We do have a guest laundry. So on our third floor is where our guest laundry is. Same location, middle of the third floor with that. And as we get down here, I'll show you a couple of our other room types that we have, and then we'll get to take a look at our pool.
So tell us about guest laundry. How has that changed over time? Has that, is it coin operated? Is it debit card operated?
It's coin operated for right now. We manage it ourselves, so we don't have a vendor that comes in and do that. So just good old fashioned quarters. So when I visit my bank and I dump all those quarters on them, that's where they come from.
So I guess they can get quarters at the desk if they need quarters.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So this room type is our King Executive Room. We also have a room type that has 2 queen beds, and it's 2 queen executive. Again, you have a seating area with the pull-out couch in the rooms, and around the corner there you can see our TV set up where there's a microwave, refrigerator there. And let me see if my TV will come on. We have a new feature with our TVs as well. It's called IHG Studio. Yeah, here we go. So when you check in, you come to your room, TV automatically comes on as soon as we check you in the front. You come into your room, it'll have your name here, welcome. It'll have information about our hotel, and then you can choose live TV or you can stream now. So that's the feature of this. So if you have your apps on your phone, you can just follow. It's a step-by-step, easy process, and you can start streaming from your own devices onto the TV. So that's a pretty cool feature. We just got that in last year.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Yeah. So down here, like I said, we have our fridge, and a lot of hotels nowadays, they're not doing little freezers anymore. but we got ours in before they kind of made that change. So we do have little freezers in there. A lot of times people travel with their medications, so that comes in handy for those folks with that.
I do like to share because Holiday Inn Express, they went through a renovation. So tell people how it's been fairly recent that you guys had a whole new renovation of the hotel.
So 2000 they opened up as a Best Western originally. So it was built as a Best Western. A couple years after that, they changed to a Comfort Inn and Suites. And we were Comfort Inn and Suites until 2014. And we did a remodel 2014. Basically, everything came out of the room except the tub. So we replaced everything, the carpet, floors, beds, everything, furniture. In 2015, and we opened up at a Holiday Inn Express, April of 2015. And again, my staff has done an excellent job maintaining the property. We still have people that come in and they think it's new. They think we're a new hotel or recently new hotel. So again, it says a lot about the staff here, that they're dedicated as well, to providing a great place for guests to come and stay at.
So, trivia question, Ahmad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What kind of bed do you guys have in the room?
Ooh,
do you know?
Serta. Yeah. So it's a hotel grade Serta. We actually, and I can kind of show you here. So we on all of our beds we have this nice new bedding. This is a new bedding program. These are duvet covers. They're really warm and keep you nice and cozy. So here's a little tidbit, and this is a public service announcement. Every hotel deals with pests. We have to deal with them. One of our solutions is we have bed bug protectors on all of our mattresses and all of our box springs. So that kind of helps us battle against that type of pest being in our hotel. So that's one of the things that
prevention is the best medicine, right?
Yes. When we did our remodel, that was one of the first things we did. And now that I think about it, the bed bug protectors. Sorry. And so I can't get it off. Yeah, but it's a Serta mattress, but it has a double-sided pillow top.
Oh, wonderful!
So we flipped the beds once a quarter, so everything's dated underneath the beds, so we know when to flip them for our guests, so we can make them last, a lot longer. So again, we did really well. We still get a lot of compliments on our mattress. We have people that want to purchase them. So we have the information at the front desk. So if you want the details, I have those.
Yeah, when we've stayed at motels before, you think, wow, this is a wonderful mattress. I wonder where they got this from or what the brand name is. But it's nice to see that you have them covered like that so they're protected because, as you said, people come and go, but you guys are taking the extra step here to make sure that they are super clean.
You have to, because that's something you don't want in your hotel. You try to, it's inevitable, because of the nature. But we do everything we can. Our staff, when they come in every morning to strip the beds, they have a process of stripping the beds, pulling away from the bed, and they look. They check around, make sure there's dirt, and look for evidence of different things. So again, we like to get ahead of the game.
Absolutely.
In that regard. Also, another cool feature, we have Keurigs in all of our rooms.
That's nice to know because since you're in your room and with COVID things shut down, people have to have their coffee.
So early on, we like I said, we didn't have lobby coffee available, so we do now during breakfast hours. But we've gone through a lot of these little K-cups. We've gone through a lot of those, and just so you know, it's not like your home Keurig.
So what's different?
It's a little simpler. This is a one touch process. But you put your cup in. Pops open, put your water in, and then it'll restart it, and you just hit it, and you go.
Aww.
So
we have another comment from Veronica. She said, we love the Patels, and their hotel is gorgeous, clean, and everyone is wonderful there. So
great, thank you. Who was that again?
Veronica.
Okay, hey Veronica.
I would pronounce her last name, but I'm afraid I'm going to get it wrong.
That's fine.
Rosignoli.
Rosignoli. Okay, all right, thank you, appreciate it. So over here, is one of our standard rooms. With 2 queen beds. So again, all the same amenities as the executive room. Executive room just has that extra sitting area with a pull-out couch in the room, and then I'll show you one more, which is our standard key as well.
And you said the TV's the same in every room, so they all have the
Correct.
wonderful apps and the channel that has your name on it when you come in.
Correct. IHG Studio. Yes, that's what they call it. All right. So again, here's one with just a king bed, so it gives you an idea of the space that we have in the room here.
So this is the king bed, not in the suite. This is what the normal room would look like with the king bed.
King. They all have. We have the cushion chair and ottoman in all of our rooms for comfortable seating. And I know a lot of people are curious about what type of chairs we have because some people have to sleep in a chair. You know, they look for places that they're able to recline. So the fact that we have the chair and the ottoman, we're able to accommodate those folks as well with that.
We'll get a peek at the bathroom real quick. Spacious, wide. Ahmed, it looks like most all of the hotels are handicap accessible. The bathrooms are wide.
So when we did our remodel, that's an excellent feature of our hotel, is that all of our doors are ADA width, so anybody in a wheelchair can get in and out fine within our rooms. When we did the remodel, I even upgraded all of our hotels to ADA height toilets, and there's actually a guideline for which side the flush handle is on too.
Oh wow!
So everything, I went ahead and did that for all the rooms, so that's accessible to everybody. We do have our handicap accessible rooms. I'll show you one on our way out, so you can kind of look at that setup. It's one of the few ones that we have that has a roll-in shower. It is a highly requested room, so I'll let you take a look at one of our ADA rooms as well. So.
Oh, exciting! Yeah. Wonderful. That is so wonderful that you thought about that in advance to make sure to accommodate all of your guests.
Yeah. So here's one with the two beds, the executive room, and this one is right off our pool and our back entrance here. Another cool thing that we do accept pets.
Pet friendly.
We are pet friendly, and there's a $25 pet fee. And basically what that goes towards is making sure the room is ready and cleaned properly for the next guest, whether they have a pet or not. So that's one of the things I hear a lot from pet owners is that they appreciate the fact that we don't seclude them. We don't put them in our worst rooms. That's the kind of stories that I hear is that they go to places and because they have a pet, they're treated differently. So basically our whole hotel is open access, but we always try to put them close to a exit. So a lot of times we put folks here in this location, and we have a dog walk area just out the back here outside of our parking lot. And this gazebo, this is kind of our smoking area for those, because we are 100% non-smoking facility. So we did create this space just for that purpose, so folks can come out here and watch the world go by. And here's our pool.
So you never have to worry about any of the rooms smelling like smoke because it is non-smoking the whole property.
Correct.
Okay.
If someone does, which it happens, they get penalized. So we do charge a fee. Sometimes it's upwards of $250 because our requirement is if a room has been smoked in, we cannot rent it unless it's smoke free.
Oh wow.
So sometimes that might take a day, or 2 days, for it to air out, to get it out, and for all the chemicals to clean and take effect. We have an ozone machine, that kind of kills all the smoke odor, so that helps a lot. But again, it takes time, because we don't want guests to go in that room and feel like it's been smoked in. So we try to make sure it's clear for everybody for the next guest. All right.
So key card access, and we are now in the pool area.
All right. If you have glasses on, they're going to fog up. We call this our sauna as well. But it's about a 20 by 40 pool, so those who like to get laps in the morning, you can actually get some laps in the morning. You don't have to swim in a circle like some of the other circle or bean-sized pools. You can get some laps in. What we've been doing during this time of COVID, we were thankful that we were able to open up our pool back in September. The only restrictions we have right now is that we have blocks of time set up. So when you get in, we'll schedule a time, an hour block, and it's just you and your family that's in here during that time frame. So a lot of people, if we're really, really busy, it might fill up soon, but most people actually like that because they have the place to themselves right now. But pool is open, is accessible. We do not host pool parties, unfortunately. We're not able to do that. So we do get a lot of phone calls for that.
Well, we actually had a question show up on Facebook that said,
really?
yeah, do you have accommodations for birthday parties or pool parties?
So typically the meeting room can be used for party space, depending on how big it is. Again, of course, right now, we don't have the space for it. But yeah, we do not rent the pool out to outside people. It's only available for registered hotel guests. So we've had scenarios where, hey, if it's your daughter's birthday and she wants 3 friends to come with her, go ahead and rent the room for the night, and you have full access, to the pool and all the amenities here at the hotel. So, we get a lot of requests for that. So I don't know who actually does that anymore.
That used to be popular years ago, didn't it?
But it really became an insurance concern that the people that were here are registered guests and they're in our system and everybody's covered. So that's the bigger part of that. But yeah, and then
so how deep will your pool go? What's the deep end?
We are 3 to 5 feet.
3 to 5 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And for those of you watching, I know you can't feel it, but it is definitely warm and cozy in here.
Yes.
It's a very.
So we have a heated pool, and we have a little area out back, a little patio out back. Maybe not today, but you can come out back here and get some sun, catch some rays.
And you can see how close they are to the interstate.
Yep.
Very convenient
and all
location.
the spaces where dogs can, you can walk your dog. We have a little doggy station for doggy bags. And, quite honestly, the pets have done less damage to our hotel than we have, than us humans. So most people would travel with their pets. They're used to doing that. The pets are used to travel. So, and people a lot of people are appreciative. I think a lot of hotels have stopped doing that. I've learned, even coming down 75, we've started to get more people that say, hey, we used to stay up here, but they don't do it anymore. So we're starting to see more people come because of that, and we welcome them. So they're good guests.
Well, and like you said, typically if people have pets with them and they're traveling, they're kind of used to having that pet, and they're an extended family member. So.
Yep. So I had a guest check out this morning just before you got here. They traveled with their cats. They had 2 cats. They had a big cage. It was like a portable cage that could collapse that they had. They loaded up, took it out, and they hit the road. So, and reason being, we get a lot of folks that are, I don't know if you ever heard the term snowbirds. So these are folks that live up north, Michigan, Northern Ohio, Minnesota, Canada. This year we missed our Canadians. If you're out there, we're looking forward to having you back. That travel this route going to Florida or Point South. And once they find us, they make it a point to come back. So they may drive 14 hours to get here just to and then have a shorter trip the next day. But a lot of them do travel with their pets. So we do see a lot of that. And
I think sometimes people don't realize that Berea is sort of a halfway point between Michigan and Florida along I-75.
Yes. So right now, if in the evenings, if you come and look at our parking lot and look at license plates, you will see majority Michigan people.
Majority Michigan people.
Majority Michigan there. Kind of coming back and forth. Some are going, of course, it's spring break now. We have seen a pickup, which has been great. During this COVID, we've been open the entire time. Our staff has been here, during that entire time. So we've been managing and keeping afloat, keeping above water. And that's been, now everybody's had that, advantage, of being able to stay open and be in business. And we have, and we've been thankful for that. But we did get caught by surprise, by just a couple weeks ago, we got sports back at Berea College. Coming up in April, Berea College is hosting the track tournament for the NCAA Division III conference they're in now. So we'll be hosting the teams here during that time, and that's always fun. We always love having the college students here. So that's coming up next month.
And usually this is spring break for us, starts March all the way to the end of April. And this is usually a really busy time for us. So I'm curious to see how long it lasts.
People excited to get out and go travel again.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing a lot of folks getting out and travel, feeling comfortable, feeling safe. Almost everybody, if they're not going on a vacation, they're going to visit family. So a lot of folks that come and say, yep, I got to go see my grandkids. Haven't seen them in months. So a lot of people feel a lot more comfortable traveling now.
Awesome.
Yeah, so.
And it is a gorgeous hotel. It's so
Thank
clean
you.
and so pretty in here.
Yeah, a lot of people, if you look at our floor, so we get a lot of folks, looking at our floor is like, I'd hate to come through this hall, a little tipsy. I might get a little dizzy and fall with that, but yeah.
So how many rooms are in the hotel?
So we have 66 rooms in our hotel. Half the hotel are our executive rooms, the other half are our standard rooms.
Okay.
We love our teams. We also work with local high schools as well. We usually help with Berea Community School and their Christmas tournament, their holiday tournament. Unfortunately, didn't get to have it this year. Madison Southern was going to host, their new coach was going to host their first tournament this year. So we kind of work out deals with the schools, the high schools. So imagine our suites with 2 beds and a pull-out couch. A lot of those schools are on a budget, and they want to try to get in as many guys as they can. So we could get about 6 guys in that room, team players wise. So that really helps out, makes it affordable for the high school teams, and it helps us get some needed revenue in the slow months, which is December when they have that tournament. So that's been a real blessing to partner with those guys to do that. But so we do get a lot of teams because of that. We have those suites, they're a little bit larger, so they appreciate that. We always upgrade them. We put them in those when we can, just so that everybody can have room, all the players can have rooms, have space in the room. So
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And events are picking back up. We've heard through the chamber, the artisan community is picking back up with the Arts and Crafts Fair this summer.
Yes.
We've also, the chamber, of course, is planning to host the Spoonbread Festival again this year. So that'll be coming up in September, and then geocaching in October. So events are picking up.
And those are all big occasions for us. We mark them on our calendar. Over the past 4 or 5 years, we started to see, we used to always have vendors with the Spoonbread. We always have vendors. We always offer a special rate for vendors. So if you're listening, make sure to reach out to us. Check their website, for the hotels and what our prices are. But probably like the last 4 or 5 years, we started to see, especially with the growth of the Spoonbread Festival, we started to see a lot more people who used to live here come back just to stay for the weekend to come. So that's been a great encouragement to see. I think the Balloon Goal has been a big part of that, of attracting people. So we were able to do that this year.
Oh, yeah. The Halloween Balloon Goal last year.
The Balloon Goal, that went really well. Customers here, we sent them information, sent them on the route, to do. So hopefully that'll be another annual event that we can attract more people to Berea. So yeah, we'll take a look at this accessible room. We even have local people that will come and rent this room just because they don't have, a shower like this one coming in.
So this is the handicap accessible, or the accessible ability room.
Yeah, and this is one that has our walk-in shower.
Ooh.
And a wheelchair ride-in shower. There you go.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it makes it nice and convenient for the guests. If you look in the room, the layout's a little different. We have less furniture in the room so that they can have that mobility that they need to move around. Another cool feature about all of our accessible rooms, and I say accessible, so we have some rooms that are just hearing accessible. We have some that are wheelchair accessible. But all of our accessible rooms are adjoining rooms. So in case you travel with other family members that can be close by, all of our accessible rooms have adjoining rooms too.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Yeah. So yeah, a little bit less furniture, so you don't have the extra chair, you don't have a bigger desk, you have a smaller desk, and no. And again, these are things that we've had guests that stay with us that travel a lot, and we just took their recommendations, and they say, yeah, you can do with less furniture in there. We can get around a lot better. It's like, okay, you can do that. If there was a wall, there used to be the other rooms have a partial wall separating this section. So again, we removed that, so there's more ease of access to those. All of our accessible rooms have raised bed frame. And then that way, if they have devices that need to help them getting in and out of the beds, they can roll those under the beds, and it helps with that. So they thought of a lot of stuff.
Oh, you guys, this is amazing. Some of the things that you guys have thought of that, and until you have that need to have the accessible, you don't know. It's
and we keep we keep a detailed list of all of our measurements. So if you are a person that has accessibility needs, and a lot of people do, we had someone that has a larger chair, and he has to call everywhere he goes to make sure he can fit. So we keep a list up front. It tells all of our heights, widths of everything in the room, just so they know, what will accommodate their needs.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And that walk-in shower like that, I know personally, we had an issue where you need a wheelchair with a straight leg cast. It's really hard to kind of elevators and doorways and things like that, and bathrooms. It's really hard to navigate when you have a straight leg cast on too.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So again, and if you want to look, so here's an example of the accessibility features. So again, we're all non-smoking, and this just indicates that it's a hearing accessible. And guess what that means? We have a doorbell, and it lights up.
Oh,
You see
wow.
so it's a strobe light in the room, and all the TVs are closed captioned. So that's really all that's necessary for hearing accessibility. And we also still have the devices. I think they're called like the TTI devices. To assist. And we've had them here. I've been here since 2003. I've only used it maybe one time.
But it is here if it's needed.
Yes, it's here if it's needed. But I guess, things changed. Our technology changed around that time. So
Yeah.
people could do more with their phone. And we get a lot of phone calls from assisted services. If someone's hearing impaired, they have services that'll call and help set up reservations for them. So we're set up for all that. We're ready for all your needs. And I think that
And of
concludes
course,
everything. So
the
we do have-
brochures.
we do
So if
have
you're
3
looking for
floors.
something local,
Yep. So we do have 3 floors, and basically they're the same. Just we have a south end and a north end, and everything's the same upstairs. So no corridors to get lost in. pretty simple.
unless you need laundry, you said it's up on the 3rd floor, correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. We keep that on the 3rd floor.
And that
We
was
have
the meeting
also
room?
Yep, and we also have our business center here for your last minute needs, if you have any work to do or print off. Have a really good Wi-Fi service, so the brand IHG, they have a new network called IHG Connect, and basically they came in and said, hey, this is the type of equipment you have to have, so that when our guests come, they have the same accessibility to Wi-Fi and have a good strong signal. So we can have a house full of folks, teenagers, college folks, teens, and everybody still has a good connection.
That's great.
They've really covered the hotel well.
And I love how, even though it's a national chain, you've localized it because the screensavers are Berea.
Yep.
So if you watch the screen long enough, that changes,
It cycles,
and
so
you'll get to
yeah.
cycle through some of the beautiful pictures. Like that's the pinnacles here in Berea.
Yep, and then I think we have, it jumps right off to, have a link that jumps right off to the Berea tourism page for folks here, or it used to. Well, I'll say this is one of the things that you have, oh, there it goes. There you go,
Yep.
Just going a little slow. Yeah, so it'll jump right off to Berea tourism
It
site.
knows we're watching it, so.
Yeah, that's usually how computers are.
But it pulls up the Berea tourism site and shows people the things that are here that are local that they can go out and do while they're here.
Yeah, and and our staff, a lot of our staff have been here for a while, so that's one of the great things about our hotel. From our housekeeping staff to our front desk staff, average has been about 3 years. Melissa, who's on the desk this morning, she's one of our seniors. She's the only one that's been here longer than me. So she's been back to the 11 years. We're the old folks around here with that. But what that means is, everybody's familiar with the area. So we actually double as tour guides a lot. So we all have a wealth of information, about what to do in Berea. So when you come, don't hesitate to ask us for recommendations. Everybody has their favorite restaurant, so you might get a different answer from different people, but that's because we have a lot of great restaurants in Berea. And a lot of people don't know that. We have a lot of great restaurants in Berea and a lot to choose from. I think at one point we had 3 Mexican restaurants, a couple Italian, family-style restaurants, specialty restaurants, so we have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, everything from fast food to sit down and just all different kinds of ethnicities and different types. It's wonderful.
Yes, and if you're a traveler that used to come through here several years ago and you found out that we were a dry city, well, our restaurants now are serving alcoholic beverages along with their meal. So we have several restaurants that you can do that with, so you don't have to bypass Berea anymore. Believe it or not, again, I've had people that, if they learn that, they would actually say, okay, I want to plan to go to the next city, that I know I can, have that, have an alcoholic beverage with my meal, or stop at the store to do that. So, but I would say it's not been a big deterrent, but I think the fact that we have that ability now, a lot of people appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because folks, a lot of folks coming from Michigan, that's like a foreign concept to them. It's like, what? No? How? Why?
A lot of times you have to define what that means, wet or dry county, because if
Correct,
you're not from the
correct.
areas, you don't
Yeah.
understand what that means sometimes.
Yeah, and our category is moist, but I don't like to say that too much. It's like, it's either wet or dry, but we serve alcohol here so, at different places. But yeah, I appreciate the opportunity.
Ahmad, we are so thankful that you took the time today to welcome us out here and give us a tour. It was great to get to see Holiday Inn Express and all the different amenities that are here. And of course, for those of you that have watched from the beginning, you know that we do have some bloggers that are world travelers that are following us today, so you can follow them too. That's Joanie and Jenni B, and they just happened to be in Berea, and we took them along with us so that they could see what the Chamber does and Holiday Inn Express and some of our areas. So thank you so much, Ahmad. And again, for those that are watching, if they came in late, tell people how to find you, where you're located, and how to get in contact with you.
All right, again, we're right off of exit 76 off of I-75. You got that right. 219 Paint Lake Road. We're just about 500 yards off the exit, so make sure you don't end up in Paint Lake, Kentucky, which is down the road. But yeah, we're right here, accessible and convenient to the expressway.
Well, we appreciate you so much for being a member of the Berea Chamber of Commerce, and we always like to ask one quick question.
Sure.
What advice would you give to, now that you've lived through the pandemic and you've been here for quite a while,
Yes.
What's a tidbit of advice that you would give to somebody to help them adapt their business over the year?
Over the year. Well, again, early on, did a lot of research. Kentucky, they did a really good job of providing resources on what to do and how to do things, and jumped off the CDC. But I'd say the most important thing really is, it's about making your customers comfortable. And a lot of times right now that is, just wearing masks and social distancing. And I would just say that's the biggest thing, because you have people traveling from everywhere. You have some people that are in rural places that not a lot of people are doing that because it's kind of a rural setting. But I'd say that's the number one thing that we receive a lot of compliments on is what the precautions that we're taking. As far as for food service, we just have that minimal, so I don't know a lot more, about that side of it. But I would just say, just being welcoming to guests and making them feel comfortable has been the best thing for us in our experience.
And the cleanliness definitely shows, because we've taken the tour today. It is spotless in this place. So thank you so much, Ahmad, and we appreciate you. And thank you everybody for joining the Berea Chamber of Commerce today for our live tour. And again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put those in the video. We will check back with them. Ahmad or myself or the Chamber will check in on those and make sure to answer any questions you might have. But please help us share this video and get the word out about our Berea Chamber business. Thank you, Ahmad. We appreciate your time today.
All right, bye.